Welcome back, watch fans. Another unboxing, and this one I'm gonna do a little bit differently because I want to do the initial impressions video here. And this is a brand new watch from Christopher Ward. First time I am seeing this watch, but I have drooled over it online and loved watching everybody else's reviews and unboxing. So here we go, the C63 Sealander Extreme GMT by Christopher Ward, and I'll show you the way it comes packaged. And they got this cool way to box things, and they have a nice presentation box, and the packaging has just been well done from what I have seen out of Christopher Ward. But this is the first time I'm getting a brand new, wow, check that out, brand new boxed in the box watch from Christopher Ward. This is going to be the black nylon little Velcro strap. Comes well done, very well packaged, of course, from Christopher Ward. That's the exterior package. You crack it open, you got this well done box, nicely appointed, of course, a little bit of bamboo. And I think these are interesting because there's, from what I remember, it's a little tight, but let's see here. Oh, there we go. I think, is that upside down? No? Well, this is a little bit different. A little outer box. Oh, there we go. So I love the way they do that, and everything is a nice, compact, little tight package. They have these magnets that stick it to the back of the outer box there. Of course, all the material comes with a nice little cleaning cloth, very well done. This is the owner's handbook, and inside here you'll have instructions, etc. Oh, and the pages are very well done, of course, in the GMT function. Warranty card, brand new. Christopher Ward does it right, of course. And here's a little thank you note from them, from Mike France, CEO and co-founder. Of course, this Christopher Ward was started way back in 2004, and I have been impressed with every watch I have seen from them. They have not let me down one time, and there we go. There is this bad boy right there. And this is the first time I'm seeing one of these in person, and I ordered this, what they call the khaki dial, because I thought it was interesting and a little bit different. I have a lot of black dials, and I just thought that was quite different. Let's take a look at this bad boy if we can. See if I can take this stuff off. Oh, I figured it out. Peels right off. I was coming at it from the wrong side. There you have it. Let's see this without the little cover. Oh, I have to say that is very pretty. So, of course, screw down crown. Let's unscrew that and wind it up. These come with a Sellita SW330-2 movement, and I can tell you right now, based on the feel alone, it is buttery smooth. That bad boy feels really nice. And of course, it's GMT. You've got that nice orange accented GMT hand. This one's on a Bader bracelet. These are 22 millimeter lugs on this bad boy. Let's try this out. Oh, so smooth. That is just very nice. Okay, I'm liking that. And this is the first time, like I said, I am seeing these, but signed crown by Christopher Ward. They do it right. Christopher Ward, of course, started out as a micro brand, and I imagine all watch companies start out as a micro brand at one point. They have quickly expanded and become a very impressive watchmaker. They just do such a nice job. Christopher Ward signed on the stamped clasp, and on the outside of the clasp, classic Christopher Ward stamped clasp with the little dual pusher to open it. And of course, they have the Little on-the-fly adjustment. Very convenient, super cool. I love that. Also has half links. I really like that. That way you can get that just exact fit that you really like. This is their Bader bracelet, and I think that it goes very well with this particular watch. So that Sellita movement has about 56 hours, give or take, of power reserve. Of course, this bad boy is it says right there, anti-shock. This is their Extreme GMT. This is 41 millimeters. They rate it at 48 millimeter lug to lug and 12.05 thickness. It is very thin, very nicely curved lugs right there. This is a ceramic kind of matte finish bezel. It does not turn, but the GMT, of course, you adjust by moving that GMT hand, and there's tons of videos on how to use that, and I'll make another video later. This is 4 hertz movement, 28,800 beats. So let's see here, it looks like, so there, it's normal stainless steel, of course, per usual. And one of the most important parts of this watch, that I thought at least, was the Lume. This is what they call their Globolite Lume, and all of those blobs, that is, look at the glow on that bad boy. That is epic. So this is their own custom design. This is Lume infused ceramic, and the entire chunk of indices are lumed. That is, okay, now that is really cool. And I will say that dial, while I read online that it was green and pistachio and khaki, in some angles, it has a bit of a silver appearance to it. That is, honestly, that is super cool. I'm very impressed. Wow, nice work. Christopher Ward, and of course, signed back. You got the rivets holding it down. Let's measure this bad boy just to get all the dimensions. See what we're looking at. Look at that one is 40.8, so it is almost exactly 41. Very, very, very thin. 12.2, 12.4 right in the center, 12.3. And lug to lug, I think, is going to be about what they state. It does have male end links, so maybe a little bit longer than that on the end of the male end links. But if you measure the actual lugs, yeah, we're looking at about, well, let's do that. That's a little cumbersome, but let's do it. There you go, 47.9, right at about 48, so very good. Well, okay, so initial impressions, classic Bader bracelet from Christopher Ward. Beautifully done. You've got screws on the end links to remove them, easily adjustable. Let's try it on real quick and have a little peek at that on. I am very impressed with, oh yeah, I'd like to check that out. Old Citizen, love that bad boy. I'm very impressed with that Lume. That is epic. Okay, that's awesome. Of course, it's not been sized to my wrist, but my wrist is 7¼ inches. That's a 41 millimeter watch. Very well done. That oyster style, what they call Bader bracelet. Oh, that's sharp. Let's see if you can get a close up on the texture on that dial. Well, I gotta say, I'm very impressed. And that Lume, that's just a different way to do it. I have not seen the prior models that have that style of Lume on it, and I think that is just really cool. I can definitely see how the black dial would have a little bit more contrast, but the reality is it's very easy to see, easy to read, legible. I love the orange color on the second hand as well as the GMT. And another great thing about these watches is it comes with these little quick release tabs. You literally just pinch these two little tabs together and the bracelet pops right off, and you can put on this strap that I ordered as well. I will say I ordered this, and I think part of this was my fault. It took a long time to arrive because this strap I added to the order, and they sent them together. I had anticipated they would send the watch first, but I guess they waited, and I think that's probably my fault. So Well, and there is that nylon strap. I'm gonna try that on and wear that around and see how it goes. But I'll tell you what, as far as initial impressions are concerned, I am very impressed. I like the look of it. I love that awesome black bezel. Very cool. All right, well, another banger from Christopher Ward. I see a lot of new followers. Thanks everybody for tagging along, and keep an eye out and you can see the review video that I do after I wear this around for a little while. Kind of take a peek, see how it runs and operates and wears. And I like to evaluate what I call the ownership experience, but so far, Christopher Ward, yet again, doing it right. If you watch my other GMT video where I had a bracelet issue, I sent it off to Christopher Ward, and I had bought that on the secondary market, used, etc., and they stood behind their product. Christopher Ward, they all come with their what they call 60/60 guarantee, which is 60 days of basically return window, so you can keep it for 60 days as long as you send it back to them within that 60 days, and then 60 months of warranty. So the movement has a warranty of 60 months, but they stand behind the product, it seems, overall in that 60 months. The other GMT I had was only a year old, had a little bit of a bracelet issue, sent it off, they addressed it, they repaired it, they sent it back, and they actually even had adjusted the movement. It was better than new, and it was a seamless process. Takes a little while, of course, because they're in London. However, I tell you what, I was blown away. So I think that they stand behind their product. I think that they've got excellent customer service, despite the length of time. Of course, everyone has a little bit of a duration in shipping, etc., and repairs. So nice job, Christopher Ward. Cannot wait to wear this around a little bit and thoroughly evaluate it. So thanks for joining me, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe and all that jazz. Click that notification bell if you want. I mean, I get that, of course, everybody says that. So, well, send me other watches that you think you might like. Also, down below, list your favorite GMT. This GMT complication has been one of my favorite newfound complications when you travel. It's just very convenient. So list your favorite down below. Thanks again for watching.